Praises to the Most High. Uh, let's go in. Fair use. Fair use. It's going to be quick. Uh, we're talking about the colonizations and the takeover of America and how it all happened and how the people got confused. Okay? Fair use copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and education. It's all of that happening today. So first of all, we have this sister here, Sister Lisa, talking about she's got Asian looking. You all might have seen the video. Uh, Native American. They look Asian, right? She's talking about that here, and I'm thinking, I don't know if she's watching my video or just doing her own research, but there's plenty of research out here to prove that the Copper Tone people, the people that was first here in this land when Caucasians, Edomites first started coming over here, uh, when what they saw were dark skinned people, right? Because there were no light skinned people yet, as of yet, right? Because they were just coming out of the caves in the Renaissance, during the Renaissance, the Dark Ages, right? They were just coming out of the cages, right?
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, the limited time
Okay.
triple cut pizza. Actually, it's fresh out.
Okay. Again, we're gonna get into this video here. She's talking about the colonization of America and how was it colonized. Okay. All right. Let's listen to this. Start out.
It's good to see you all here. You all know what we're going to be talking about. Now, ladies and gentlemen, over the years, we've been hearing a lot of mixed messages. Some people say, yeah, we're from here. And then you got the other ones, we didn't come from here. We all came on slave ships, which I never fully believe. First of all, these folks ain't that damn smart. And they're not smart enough to bring millions and millions over here. I find that hard to believe.
The first thing, I know she hadn't done her research, and she really don't want to say we're Israelites. A lot of people don't want to. They know we're Israelites, but they don't want to claim it because they're gonna lose a lot of their YouTube followers. You know, they got a lot of YouTube followers here. And the moment you claim you're Israelites, then you get shadow banned, right? You get shadow banned, and you got to start hustling to keep your people with you. You got to go. You got to do lives on Instagram and lives here and lives there to keep your people pulled with you, right? You got to hustle, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you just want to keep make you some money and keep your people with you all over and keep YouTube sharing your videos and making money. See, she got a lot of commercials on her channel. So yeah, you want to keep YouTube on your side. You know, you can't talk too much about being an Israelite. You can talk about the government and history, but you can't claim uh, your heritage. And we see who she is. Still got a little blonde in her hair, and she's trying to be likable so she can keep getting that money. Okay, well, okay. Well, I'm gonna tell the truth. First of all, let's go back and listen to what she said one more time, a little bit.
Smart. And they're not smart enough to bring millions and millions over here. I find that hard to believe.
That's the first point I want to say. They are smart. Don't say they ain't smart. You trying to get us to underestimate them. They are smart, and the truth is, the reason why they didn't bring millions and millions over here is wasn't because they wasn't smart. It's because they didn't need millions and millions of people over here because there were people already in this land based on second. And the only way you're gonna get that information is you're gonna base it off of second Ezra, right? That's the only way you're gonna get that information. They not gonna go with the Bible. So she said she blamed it on them people being dumb. No, they wasn't dumb. They were smart. They didn't bring the people over here because they didn't need them over here. Because the 9 tribes in Northern Kingdom had already come over here. I'm just gonna stop right there. I'm not gonna excess. Okay, they didn't need them. I got something else to tell you about how this place was colonized with slanted-eyed people. Slant-eyed people. This is what the guy was telling you, and they cut him off on. Well, you're gonna see.
And I still don't believe that. Being that we were the first on the planet, quite naturally we navigated everywhere, including America.
Now,
We would have been everywhere, and we were. We would be everywhere before the people that claim we all came from Africa.
and see, what she's doing is leaving a loophole, just like Sister Deborah on Sister Deborah on that White It Out. Those people that did White It Out from Detroit. Yeah, those people. Now they claim that that we over here with the people over here now are not Israelites, but they are Africans. All down in South America and all of that, they're Africans. She said they were here first. These are the people who were here first, is the Africans. All down on South America. And she said the 9 tribes, the 9 Northern Kingdom, they think the Northern Kingdom is still in Africa. So they're stupid. We use some of her videos, but they're stupid. They never brought out proof. They always claim that these are Africans over here, that these are the Egyptians over here, but they never bring out the proof, right? They never bring out the proof. So that's what she's doing. She's leaving out the proof that white people could not have brought slant-eyed white people over here. They wasn't here when Edomites got here. Those slant-eyed Native Americans wasn't here. You see no pictures of them helping fighting in the Civil War with uniforms on, right? Never helped the Union. The Union had white soldiers, right? And they used these Native American people because, like you're going to see in the video, this guy is saying how the Native Americans uh, moved in and claimed the land. Uh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that part. I'm going to explain how they claimed the land and how they got to be the Native American. It wasn't just Edomites is doing. It was a strategy to it. Just didn't happen because he said they took. No, they didn't. You're gonna see the video. I should go to the video now, but anyway, I want to say this: the Edomites, when they came out of those caves in the Dark Ages and start mingling back with us, the Moors, in Europe, Spain, uh, England, uh, Scott, yeah, yeah. When King James ruled those continents, ruled those countries, he ruled the whole world at the same time. Edomites were in caves during the Dark Ages. We had ran them. They were so wicked. We were so sick of them. We ran them in caves, and they lived in them caves damn near 700 years. From the time of Hannibal and September Severus, we started running them away out. And they ran up in them caves. It wasn't but 30 Edomites left when the Dark Ages started, with the middle. They ran them up in so far up in the mountains that we didn't want to climb them rocks. That's why they praised those rocks and being able to climb them rocks, because that preserved their race. When they was able to climb, you see where their feet and their ankle is made? That's for climbing them rocks, holding their weight and supporting their weight on those rocks, man. They'll climb them rocks, man. That's how you know why they praise that? Because that's how they preserve their race. They were about to be destroyed. The whole world had chased them up in them rocks, and they climbed them rocks. It was 90 steps. They had to take 90 steps up to escape us, and it was just 10 women and 20 men, Edomites, so we let them go. And they stayed up there 700 years, sneaking up and down, peeping, hiding, playing Bigfoot. until they got strong enough and watched us and was able to come back around us and do, and all praise to the Most High. It was to do what they've done on the earth. He used them to be uh, the weapon, his weapon on the earth to chastise all the nations and us. Esau is God's weapon, the devil. That's why he asked in Job, he asked Satan, where have you been? Have you considered my servant Job? The devil wasn't competing against God. He worked for God, okay? So, but what happened, King James, now you can look, it's in history. He colonized. He colonized first before Spain. He colonized. He took the Moab, not China, Moab, and brought them, went and got them out of Asia, went and got East Indians. He got the Indians. He got and he got Hamites. And he got Japhet. He was up there with Japhet, right?
I'm a first on the planet. Quite naturally, we navigated everywhere, including America. We would have been everywhere, and we were.
Okay. She's saying we, but she's saying it like she's talking about Hamites. We all the same people. See, she's sowing confusion too. But King James, Hamites navigated too. They navigated, but they didn't go on that west coast of Africa. That was our land. They didn't go over there to the Americas, which was attached to Africa. The Americas was attached to Africa. Okay, anybody? You heard of the continental drift. It had to be, because how else could all those animals get in America? Coming off the Ark landing in Turkey, now you got all these animals in America now, because America was attached to Africa. And Hamites wasn't over on the West Coast. That was Negro land, and all of that land was given to Abraham. So yes, King James colonized uh, America, starting in Mexico and California. From the Pacific side, he came over here from the Pacific side, right? See what I mean? So he brought slant-eyed people, which was Moab. I got pictures of them on my channel. Moab was dark skinned, dark black, beautiful, with slanted eyes. They were not Mongoloid like the Mongoloid people now. Those Mongoloid Edomites, mulatto, they kept having sex with their daughters. Uh, uh, Lot did not. Lot did not. So I'm thinking Lot's daughters had kids, and those kids found wives somewhere. Africa, maybe. It was only black people at that time, right? It was only black people. Lot's daughters found Africans, right? So it only makes sense. So when King James went through and swept them up, they were already slant-eyed Africans and Asians and Indians, East Indians and Africans. They already had mixed with Lot and had Moab, a whole nation, and Ammon. They had nations. Where'd they get those people from to make those nations with? Lot's kids. They had to be boys, because they made a nation. So they had two sons, and they made a nation. Okay? Hand going to sleep again. So we're going to listen to her and listen to this. And basically, it's going to tie right into what I teach.
We would be everywhere before the people that claim we all came from Africa. we would have been everywhere long before they navigated the earth.
And we were.
So I don't know. I just didn't fully buy that we all came from Africa. And then on the other hand, you're telling me we were the first on the earth. Well, then that doesn't make sense that we would all just be piled up in one place the entire time. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So,
So we know she don't study the Bible because the Bible said we wasn't all in one place. When Noah came, when they set that ark down in Turkey, Japhet went in Europe. Ham, he went down in Egypt. It had four nations to come: Misery, Put, uh, Canaan, and it's another one. All right, it's another one. But it's four nations came out of that. Okay, but she ain't gonna talk about that. So we wasn't just scattered in Africa.
now we got one of the, the quote unquote natives. And you don't know, when I was little, I thought they were Asians. And come to find out, they're Asians.
Sure they are.
But you just look at their eyes. And I was like,
But they're not really Asians. They are Edomites. The Chinese and the Japanese are not Moab and they're not Ammon. They're in the land. That's why the Most High called them Ammon and called them Moab. The Chinese are in that land. He didn't ever say the Chinese was Moab. He said they are Moab. He didn't, he said, yes, he did. He said Moab. He talking about Moab. So he's talking about the people of the land. And I think that's kind of how um, uh, uh, Moors and Edomites get mixed up with calling themselves after the land. Because here God he called Europeans after the land that they are in the last days. He called them after the land because, to let you know who his beef is against. Because in the book of Amos, he talks about having beef until the end of the day with all the nations that took us in captivity. They didn't bless us, they cursed us. But let's look at this video that she's going to show.
they look Asian to me.
She's not an honest
And
person,
yeah, well,
but she's telling
this
the
is what's
truth.
coming out. They're East Asians. And they are your Native Americans in America. So let me kind of set the stage. This is a
Why would she say East Asians? Because they could be West Asians too. Because they came in from the Pacific, right? They came in from the Pacific. She's saying East Asians. Because she's relating them to the people with the slanted eyes who were actually black. Okay?
guy that came onto TikTok, and you'll see he's your typical looking mulatto looking, as far as I'm concerned.
I like that what she just said, mulatto looking. Because everybody that's light skinned white like that is a mulatto. It's Edomites, bastard children. They are mulattoes, or either they are black and white. They're mixed with black and white. That's what the mulattoes really are. The black and white. Blacks mixed with whites. The people, the offspring that come from Edomites having babies with Africans, or Israelites, or Edomite, Israelites or Africans having babies with Edomites. Men having baby with their women, or their men having baby with our women. They're gonna come up with these mulatto that look like her. She said he's mulatto. If you ask me, that's what she is.
Native American. And he said all of the history has been taught wrong. When they came into the land, it was all black here in America. They stole the land from us, and then the white people came behind them.
She called herself us. So she knows about how you judge, uh, how you uh, judge your your heritage, your pedigree. She know that. That's why she said us. Cause she looked just like him. Her eyes, her color, and everything looked just like this man she's calling them. Okay.
and stole the land from them, which kind of makes sense because when you look at the massacres, there's actual photos of the Indians massacred and they look like him. So that's
So what she's talking about is when they claimed that when they made a public declaration that the Native Americans were the true people of the land, they were looking like this man she's about to show. They were all mulatto people with some black niggas traveling behind them, who they eventually said when they started giving when the United States started giving these Native Americans money to separate and become a people and to push these black people away from them, that's what they did. They were paid to push the black people who had been living with them in slavery, who they had been protecting, and then like like Esau do his bastard kids. He said, "Yeah, you stay with those people, and we're gonna have you over them. We're gonna make you first class citizens over them. But we gotta play this charade game with them. We gotta make it look like we killed y'all, but y'all still." We're gonna give you reparations for the trouble. We're gonna take care of your ancestors because we know you're our children, bastard children. But right now, we gotta steal this land. We got to put these people all the way to sleep and still there. Stop, cut them off from being a nation, Psalms 83. Okay, let's listen to her. She's part of the deception.
what he is saying. They stole it first, and then the white people came and stole it from them.
Okay, so what he is saying, what she's talking about now, she is actually talking about King James bringing them over here. He brought them over here. And when King James colonized, man, King James was in power. They was partying, man. All the nations was mixing together. They were not prejudiced. Black people ain't prejudiced. So he mixed, and they were all black basically. So it wasn't a thing of color. It was just a thing of, you Moab, whatever, you one of us, whatever. It wasn't no thing then. Peace was on the earth as far as that, right? Everybody mingled together. That's how Edomites was able to come and mingle. When they saw everybody mingling, they said, well, and then they come out and let themselves be seen, let themselves, they saw us taking baths, so yeah, they got down in the water and took a bath when nobody wasn't around. Then when they was presentable, they came, they didn't scare us too bad. We let them be our friends. We brought them back in and taught them how to be civilized again. And they were people. God put them down here. So they were smart enough to say, okay, let's take this thing over. That's what they were supposed to do anyway. That was given to them by the Most High. So what she's talking about when King James brought the people over here to after the Northern Kingdom, continental drift. The land was there. Now it's not there. It must have floated out that way. So they started looking for it, right? They started looking for it. That's what they was looking for is America. It had broke away and floated out. And they couldn't see it no more. So they knew it was continental drift. They knew it. So that's why they chased America and came looking for it. Because they knew it had been attached to Africa at one point. And the story of Atlantis might be America. It might be. It might have dropped off and went in the ocean when America broke away. God did it. He floated it out there and set it over there for his purpose of today. He did it. So that's what she's talking about. When King James colonized, he brought black Chinese looking people over here and put them with Issachar, right? That's where they get their statue from. The Chinese people get their statue from Moab. I guess Moab was short, you know. But Moab killed the giant, so they couldn't have been that short. Issachar, they turned out short, so that shortness, that height thing came from somewhere. Issachar got their height too from the Spaniards. They're short, right? Okay. So when you see a short Mexicans. I'm pretty sure some of them came from Inca, from Issachar, and some came from those Spaniards. Those genes came from both, you know. So let's look. Let's look. We're gonna see this guy she's talking about look just like her. Let's see.
But at the end of the day, they all stole our identity. All of them stole our identity.
And what she said is right. The end of the day is when the Trail of Tears. That was the end of the day. They had decided, okay, we're gonna you people, you've been mingling with the them Orientals. They always mingle with us. The Filipinos. We went over there and helped them fight the Spaniards. Yeah, the blacks here went over in Philippines and helped them and had babies by them and everything. They over there right now saying that they are Israelites, the Philippines. A lot of them are saying we are Israelites. Stop. They told dude, my little friend told me stop saying Jesus and say Yahweh. Okay? Yeah. We are all Israelites over here. It showed me a big gathering of them. I got the pictures. All right. Let's see.
All of them stole our tradition, stole our land, our homes, stole our identity, and stripped us of everything and put us at the bottom and been fighting to keep us down at the bottom ever since.
Been paid to do that. They are being paid.
So
And
let me go ahead and share my screen.
they're being paid and they're still being mistreated after they're being paid. That show you the Most High is not letting them off the hook. Let's go.
So y'all can hear this for yourself.
Okay. We'll hear it for ourselves here. I should edit this, but it ain't that long. It ain't that long. She got it.
Yep, here it is. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm going to share my screen right now.
I should have cut her off.
Stop stuffing sopping.
Hey, everybody. Can you all see my screen? Can you see my screen? But, at the end of the day, they all
Look like you.
are the enemy.
Yeah.
They are. They're all the enemy.
Yeah.
So, and obviously, we had a land that was so great that everybody wanted and fought over it.
That's true.
Didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody, for giving me the ones.
All a lie. Everything we've been taught in the American education system is all a lie. Yes, Native Americans weren't the original people of this land. We actually took it from black people. We were so good at it that we just wiped out any trace of their language and their culture. Well,
Now, isn't that what happened to us? Now, that's all. It cut off there, y'all, not because I cut it off. It's because it was cut off on TikTok.
Okay. Now, they got people in Issachar's race, Mexicans that look like this man here. Now y'all gotta answer this for me. How did Mexicans get slanted eyes if they were black people, if they were the Northern Kingdom? See what I mean? And if you look at some of these, if you look at some of the dark-skinned Mexicans, they got slanted eyes too, kind of like. They look more Mexican than Mexicans. When you go down and look at Afro-Mexicans, I'm talking about the flat bottoms, the noses, the look that Issachar got. It came from black people. The looks that the Mexicans got now, a lot of those features came from Issachar, the dark-skinned Issachar. And their color and their hair came from this man right here. Moab, who were mated and offspring with Issachar, dark skin. But then when the Spaniards came over and colonized Mexico, colonized Issachar, and went over there, they 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 had offspring with Moab's mulatto children. Moab mixed children with Issachar. Dark skinned Moab with dark skinned Issachar had these looking people with slanted eyes already. Dark skinned Moab. And then when Spaniards came in, they gave them their height and took the melanin and whitened them out and gave them straight dark hair. That's how these Native Americans. That's why Indians and Issachar they fight. If you say they want to fight, because they want to say, "Hey, no, we're not those damn Native Americans," because they know they're Oriental. Most of them are Oriental. Most of those Native Americans are Oriental. They chose to do that. That's why this man is saying we took it because Issachar didn't take America and Gad didn't take America from the people of the land that was here first. This man's race did. Their mulatto race, they did the same thing the Mexicans did. They said, let's make the race better and let's not have offspring with our uh, Afro relatives. So they invented these people, Native Americans, Oriental, Mexicans, and, you know, Asians. Asians and Mexicans mixed together, right? That's who this man is. And they call themselves Northern Kingdom. This is who the Israelites are saying we are. The Gad is. They're saying Gad is this man right here. You know damn well Jacob ain't have kids, a group of kids by one woman had had two or three sons by this one woman, and one of their sons turned out to be this man right here. But the other ones, they look like us. One of them, their sons by the same woman, turned out to look like this man, and one of them. That's not Jacob's seed, man. That is not Jacob's seed. That is not Gad. Israelites, stop doing this, man. That's all I'm trying to prove today. Let's listen to her a little bit more, then that's it for me.
So let me play it one more time. Yes, it was Turtle Island. Yes. And we know because let me tell you something. When we moved, my family moved to New Jersey, I found out New Jersey at one point in time, y'all, was all black. Everybody that lived in this state back in the early days, pre Columbus, this state, New Jersey, was all black.
Damn right it was.
And so I'm like, wait a minute, how can this state be all black? Then what about all the others?
That's right.
Well, all the other ones were too.
And so during the Civil War, all those black people was up north, right? Why the Union couldn't get no black people to fight for them? Why? Because the North and the South were separated. At the time, they had blacks up here and blacks in the South. Now, the Union said, okay, I want y'all to go fight on my side. Go down there and fight your brothers. We said, hell no. We ran down south and fought with the Federal. Why? Because the Confederate says all men have the right to govern himself, his world, his estate, and no man has the right to subject him to their will and their laws. And that's what the Union was doing. It was trying to subjugate everybody under the guise of the United States. That means they control everybody on the earth united over here in this land. They had control. When the Confederates said, no, we want to control our own houses and make our own laws. We want God rights. We want God-given rights. See? So that's why we ran down south. Why didn't the South run up north if the North was so great? No, they ran down south. And then when the Union Confederate with the Constitution and the rights of indigenous people and all of those treaties. They said we'll keep the treaties up here. Lincoln said we're for not. When Lincoln invited everybody to come over and help him fight to save these black people from those slave masters down south, that was not true. That was just to get everybody to come and fight for a cause that he knew would better fit the narrative than to say, hey, we just want to fight for the right to keep these niggas in slavery the way we want to do it, without the chains. The South said, the slave masters down there said, we want to keep them under chains. We knew that wasn't going to happen. We ran back down there and fought with them. And we whooped their butt so bad they came up with that Star Spangled Banner song, right? Because, it was the Most High's will that these people would control the world, that the earth would be given into the hands of the wicked. So that's what he did. He had to bring us down to chastise us, to get us right for the kingdom. And that's what he's doing now.
And when you go look at the language that was spoken, the language was Hebrew here in New Jersey. The language was Hebrew that was spoken.
So now you see where Dane Calloway is saying all these people, black people, ran to the Freeman's Bureau and ran to Abraham Lincoln and to the courts and said, hey, we got all this land. Y'all know we had this land when y'all came here. And we got these treaties, y'all. We got this Constitution, and they say, no, y'all not. Y'all can't be a part of the United States. This is the United States territory. Y'all can't be a part of it. Y'all can just be black people, or y'all can be, y'all can be our subjects. We'll treat y'all good, but y'all can't be but 3/5 of men. And not only that, we're gonna give this 13th Amendment. We're gonna add that in there, so where we can take y'all back. We can take y'all back into slavery if we can convict you of a crime. So they started making up black laws, Christian codes, where it was a crime for us to live and to build our own communities. That was a crime. So everything belonged to them. If we stole a chicken or watermelon, we could be put back in slavery. So, we were starving to death. We stole chickens and watermelons. So they put us back in slavery. We stole candy bars. We stole food. We ate a piece of candy off the master's table. Back in slavery. Right? Okay. So we see what was happening. We see what was happening.
When you go look at the language that was spoken, the language was Hebrew here in New
That's
Jersey.
true.
The language was Hebrew that was spoken.
It's a church over on that East Coast now. And I think it's in North Carolina. Anyway, it's still got the Hebrew writings on the pews. It's got the original pews from after slavery, and it's still got the original Hebrew language scrolled on. I think it's got praise, whatever. They read it. We can read it. We knew it was Hebrew, and it was in the black church. So we know who we are. All praises to the Most High. We're going to get out of here. Go look at her video. It's a good video. She got a lot of good stuff on here to prove that these people are imposters and what they're doing to us. She got a lot of teaching. I was just saying she know who she is because she's saying we, the black people, and she look like him. She looks mulatto. So she know it's about the bloodline of your father. Right? Some people just be trying to get this money, man. If that's how they survive, and that's what they doing. But I would never tell a lie or hold the truth back just to make money, man. Because I could be doing that right now. I could create a lot of content. I just report news like a whole lot of these people. I could say, hey, everybody ain't no terror. We all the weak, pale face and all. Everybody trust everybody. Trust your enemies. I could be doing that. I'm not. I'm not saying I'm doing everything right. I'm just saying you gonna get blessed anyway. I'm still blessed. You gonna get blessed if you tell the truth, man. You gonna get double blessed. And we gonna come out of this madness if y'all tell the truth, man. All praises.